Hi, Ella.
Yeah.
Like moving my phone stand. There we go. Let's see. Being like in my little slightly perfectionist thing. Whatever. It still looks off. Or this way, maybe. No. Okay. So there's a gap. It's like so funny because I'm doing this from like my angle, what I see, and then from the angle what the camera shows me. How are you?
I think I'm like 95% okay. Yeah. Just like there's like a little like point like but it's totally fine. And then I was
Is it
able to I'm sorry.
Is it like on
It's
your
like
lower back or like your
it's in the
arm?
middle. Like the shoulder blades. Like the lower shoulder blades like in the middle part of that. Oh, cool. It's snap actually. Did you hear it?
Yes. That's why I'm laughing.
Oh
We
my
literally
God.
were talking about it and you just go, yeah.
I just move it a little. I think it's actually working. So yeah, yeah. And I saw this like tummy like exercise on Instagram, and
Which one?
I'm like doing it's like the yoga thing that that the one that you're kneeling and then you're going to like face up, and then it seems like I'm like doing push-ups, but you're just doing like that. And my daughter thought I was like a carousel ride. Like the horse is like going, and she's like, "Let's go, my horsey, giddy up." And I'm doing the exercise.
Yeah.
I think it actually works for like fixing my back. So we're doing
I
that as
don't
like
know
a
how.
bonding.
I don't know how it does, but it does like work your back. Like they say for
Mm.
alignment and everything.
And I can feel like my tummy go like flattening, and I was like my daughter was like, "Mom, our exercise time." But if I'm doing the exercise, she's like, "Let's go." So I'm having like extra weights on my back because
For
of that.
sure.
So,
Yeah. That resistance for sure. Because she's like,
yeah.
how many pounds is she? Like 30? Or like how much does she weigh?
Oh, that's tricky. We use kilograms here
Oh yeah, that's
instead of
right.
pounds. It's
She
around like 12 to like 50, like around 13, 15 kilograms.
okay, so she's
I don't
like,
know
oh,
what's that.
isn't that like 30 pounds almost?
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, you have lots of resistance, just like even holding like this in the front.
So yeah, and I was able to go to like the church. There's novena here, like 9 day prayer,
Mm.
and like like our family is like one of the benefactor for like the mass. So it's like oh my mother initiated like oh you can go to the mass, and I was like I am so fully that was like the first time that I went to the mass for so long, and I was like I was like so giddy, and I actually didn't notice everyone around me because I was like sitting in a corner, and that I was just like doing my prayer thing. And I was like meditation is like really good when you're like doing that, because before when I was like praying, I'm looking at everyone and I was like looking at all of their nuances, like they're scratching, they're laughing. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm only focused on myself, and yeah, it
Oh.
actually helped me. So thank you for introducing me to this.
Oh. Now it's like when you're, and plus when you're like in that environment of like, your family and just like centering with God in a different way of honoring and connecting with yourself, it's definitely like a very intimate experience.
It is. It's very intimate, and I can feel like there's like all of my I have feeling goosebumps every single time like I'm
Mhm.
praying. And the weird thing is like the priest says, "Okay, close your eyes." He actually also started initiating like to help people initiate like sit properly, close your eyes,
Mhm.
touch your heart, and says, "Oh God, I need your hug." And I was like, "Oh, I need it." Yeah, I actually needed that. So that's something
Oh.
that's so magical and powerful.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Was that yesterday?
That was so that will be your today, like around like
Okay.
2 a.m. 2 a.m. your time. Yeah,
Oh, that
that's
makes
like
me super happy. Um, so two things. So my close friend, we've known each other since junior high. Her name's Kara. I told you, yeah. So she's actually flying in tonight at 6 p.m. And she's staying till Tuesday morning. And so she's not staying with me, but she's staying at a hotel down the street. So I'll be spending time with her like this upcoming weekend.
Mm.
So that'll be so fun. Just like catching up with her. So
This
that's
is the
happening.
Tara that is with you like on Facebook that people thought,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. This is Tara. Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be fun. I haven't fully planned everything, and my like myself was like, oh no, like it's just I was like trying to be like, I know I didn't plan anything. I should have done this early. Like all of that. I was
True.
like, I was
Mm-mm-mm.
like, it's okay. You still have some time. Like, you know, you have an idea what she likes, so it's like does everything into that. It's just like sometimes we just like jump into this feeling of like, I like didn't take care of all these things for my friend, and I don't want her to feel like I don't care about her, right?
Mm.
Like that story. And I just told myself, I was like, stop. Yeah. And then yesterday last okay, so yesterday I worked just like in the zone, was writing like I ended up re-editing the offer. And I learned a lot about myself while I was writing them. And then when I had dinner with Albert, we're like talking, and he was like, him and I have this like odd dynamic when it comes to like my business. Like he tells me everything. He tells me everything about his business. He tells me everything if he's losing money. He's just an open book. And for me, it's like and we've been together for a year. So I think I've like just learned to be okay that it's okay to share, like just like open the book, right? Like
Of
not thinking
course.
like he's gonna like judge me. But there's still moments where I'm like, ooh, it feels tense to like tell you if I'm struggling with my like business or something, or struggling with like how I'm doing my business. So yesterday he's like, so what have you been doing in your business? He's like, you haven't really been talking to me about it. He's like, you're just in your little corner with your desk and all your post-it notes. And so then I like worked, it was just like so much on like the offers. And so I started telling him, and then he was asking all these questions about it, and I wasn't prepared. And so it kind of like we created this like, he says, he's like, you're always in this dynamic with me. He's like, I want to know so much, but you get this like either like scared or defensive. And he's like, why are you like that? And so then so I just started crying, and he's like, why are you crying? He's like, I don't want you to feel like you should cry. And then I said, I think, and then like just came up. I was like, I think that a year ago we talked about my life C, and I think like the deepest fear is that you're gonna leave me if I don't fulfill one of my goals. And he's just like, he looked at me like, what? But like his what was like, he looks angry. And so then now I'm like, and so now I feel even more like vulnerable, embarrassed. And he's like, I only cheer for you on. I only believe in you. I only support you. So he's like, I don't understand why you like have that thought. Um, and then he's like, just so you know, if like this continues, where you're like scared to talk to me about your business, or you're like afraid that like I'm gonna judge you, he's like, this is just gonna cause distance, and we're not gonna have a great relationship. And when he says the tone, it's like very firm, right? And so I'm like obviously in an emotional place where I'm like telling myself logically, like, he's just trying to tell you like his standards, like it's okay and all this stuff. Um, and then he's obviously physically tired from just like being out in the field, like working. And so he ends up falling asleep. like, and I went to my room, and like I like listened to like certain sad songs just to let all of my emotions come out. So I was like crying, like bawling. But in the conversation, he told me, he's like, right before he fell asleep, he's like, I see a pattern, like you are afraid of being judged either from me or from people who are really close to you, like your mom or, me. And because you're feeling afraid of judge, like there's something in you that believes like you're not enough. So that's why you're scared of like, and so then I was like, at first I was like, no, like, but then I was like letting it just like sit with it. And then right after he's like, you're just sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging yourself of like what you really deserve, like our relationship. And he's like, I don't like it. It's like, that's when I started like listening to music and I was crying. And like one of those songs, I'm sure you might have heard it, but it's called like Worse Than Me, which is like the song about how the best of me loves you, and the best of me like wants our relationship to work. But the worst of me right now feels like I can't work on the relationship. And so I was just like letting it all come out, right? And then I just felt like God and like my true self was just like, babe, no one's gonna save you. And it's, you are completely enough. Like you have this either the subtle, outdated thing, a belief that's still there. This is all good that came to service. Like this is a man that's telling you like you deserve to be who you really are, right? And so, and like I comforted myself and everything. And I accept that, like, that's like, I accept that I told him this morning, I was like, I'm sorry. And I accept that, like, I think I'm afraid that me struggling in my business, you're going to see me as inadequate. And, or something along those lines. And he's just like, no, I would never see you that way. He's like, he goes like this. He like lunges up towards me. He's like, I've been in business for 3 years. I'm definitely struggling. And he's like, I'm in debt, Joy. Like, and he's like, and that's okay. He's like, because we're not going to remain here. But he's like, but you feeling that I'm going to judge you. So he's like, that's the problem. He's like, struggle is okay, but you fear. And so it was just like this conversation. And it was interesting because when I was in my workout, one of the like motivational videos, it's by Jocko Williams. He's like, I think he used to be a Navy SEAL. He kind of has like an attitude like kind of like David Goggins, but he said this one line that I was like, oh, that's just what I needed to hear, and like kind of like shift my mindset. And so he says, if you rely on emotion only, it's going to fail you. He's like, if you rely only on logic, that's going to fail you as well. He says, but when you are able to, he's like, at times you're going to have to, when logic doesn't make sense, you're going to rely on your emotion. And then at times when emotions are so strong, you're going to have to use logic. He's like, obviously the best of both worlds is to use both of them together. And then, so it shifted into, oh, okay. So like me working on like my offers or things in my business, all these are so unfamiliar for me. And as I'm in this new shift, it's been like, I've just been practicing, like what Alex says, right? You just practice. And over time you get like either emotional endurance or this thing. And I realized the belief was that I thought that once I got like the offers done, I wouldn't have to experience these emotions of like chipping away and frustration and things like that. And like the belief that was bursted was like, no, these are all emotions you always experience in your business. It's just a part of this process because it's always evolving. And then there's like a deep stoic piece of like, that will happen. But this doesn't represent that I'm not enough. And so I was attaching because it was like, like frustrating, or I was like chipping away that like it's so equated to like, I'm not enough. And to say that out loud to Albert, like I was afraid of like being judged, I was, all that. And so now I just see it like, oh, it's just part of that process, and my enoughness related into this part of working on the business has been whole, has been whole. And I realize that I don't have to enjoy something to start, but I find satisfaction in the process. Because even with like working out and with writing and doing these hours, sometimes I don't have the like initial enjoyment yet. And then like it like happens at like 5 minutes in, and I'm like I'm satisfied in the process. So it's like learning to link. It's learning for me to I have like more like calmness or what peace about it, or like a healing piece of the emotions will come, but it's not an indicator or like equivalent to like I'm not enough. Yeah. Um and so that was like really freeing for me. Yeah, it's
I
just
so feel you.
like there's so many layers of like that like gets revolved. And then even at one moment when I realized like, oh, okay, I recognize this, like I am enough, I'm whole, I remember all these things. I don't know what side of me, but I was like wanting to linger back and be like, so like why did we believe we're not enough? And I was like, I don't really need to go into that, like think about why, because I already know like God's claimed me as like I'm validated, I'm enough. I'm just literally like exercising these new skills within this last year, and that's all I need to like confirm on. Because of me like trying to understand why I thought I was not enough and all this stuff, I literally is like taking my focus away from like what's the most important to me, which is like continuing on, is to be present with myself, to be present with you. So that was my two those are my breakthrough of the day.
I actually feel you. This week was such like something too, and I feel like, oh, I feel like I'm not able to help you enough to like push you through like like push you through.
Oh,
I can feel you like there's like something we still need something like
oh,
there's like a lot of like watching like these are like the things that we need for the business. Like I'm binge like listening to like Alex and Layla for just like for us to like what's wrong with this one, why it's not
yes.
working, so those kind of
Mhm,
stuff. And so you're practically doing everything that they're suggesting, so it's like so there's
mhm.
something in me, I should do
Yeah.
something. And like the process is like crawling slow. And the thing is I actually watched like or like other recording like before
Mhm,
this recording like other, and you asked me about like subliminals like last time that
mhm.
we had a meeting. I was like, oh, this is so cool, so I wanted to watch it, so I created like some subliminals if you see it on CapCut. So let
I love.
me show you. So I actually love that CapCut has this like sounds. So if you search on, I tried meditation, it didn't work. So I actually use like manifestation. So there's like this one is like raindrop. So this one is
Oh my
like for
gosh.
chakra. So this is just like videos of like flowing water, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sunrise, like the nature. So
Uh-huh,
I'm
uh-huh.
actually looking at that because um like every time like I search for like subliminals, I'm seeing those things, so I just use that.
Mhm,
And I'm like trying to create that, and I've after looking at
mhm,
our YouTube, I
mhm.
with like the real you the real you YouTube, I was like, oh, there's like a lot of drafts. I uploaded like those from Opus.
Oh,
Like that was
awesome,
way
babe.
before. And
That's
I
awesome,
actually
babe.
forgot. So after, oh, I thought I've posted this one. So it's those were like all in draft. So I just scheduled them like an hour and after, like an hour
Thank
after.
you. Thank you.
So I use your voice, but you cannot
Mhm.
hear on like the subliminals. You're just seeing like different sounds so that
That is so
people
neat.
will
That's so
people
neat.
can
I love
choose
it.
which one to use it. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Okay, so before we go on more
Yes.
strategic and things, I want to first tell you, like, I don't hold anything of you being like, oh, you haven't done any work or things like that. Of course, that's your own, like, because your own conviction and you care and your own level of standard and expectation. Who was so like, yeah, I think it was Alex and Alex talking to, I forgot who it was, but he was talking about how like worthwhile things take time, and they like this is why people quit. So like people get really
Mhm.
discouraged. This is why people feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore because it feels so slow crawling. Um, and and he says, but that's so good because like you mature, you develop that stamina, you recognize this is something I really want to do. He's like all those questions, and he's like that's why people who still keep going it's because they realize that first truth, like it is slow crawling, but it's not going to always be like this. It's just like this season. And so it's like to just give yourself that kind of like the freedom to like that there are some things that you'll be fast paced at and some things you'll be like it feels like a slow crowd. But
Yeah, I actually feel that like with other work, like every time that I know that I feel that it's like it's slow, there's no progress. Like I'm in a plateau. Like I don't know what's
Mhm,
happening. Like
mhm,
I was
mhm,
able to like reach like something,
mhm,
but after that I stopped in there. It's like, oh how? And I'm stopping.
mhm.
So right now, I'm just really grateful that you're just letting me do whatever I want,
Yeah.
and I
Mhm,
appreciate you for like understanding it because
mhm.
I know this plateau. I hope that before the end of the year we can like reach like greater
Oh,
heights.
for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
So thank you, Jen.
Um,
I
you
appreciate
know,
it.
so like so I wrote about my offers yesterday and I talked to Albert about it and he literally these are like he kept asking me more about him, right? Like one of them was like the
Mhm,
advanced trainings for like personal trainers and basically what like the consult I told you, like where I'll train their clients basically.
mhm,
And he literally goes, I love how he thinks because he
mhm,
is such a realist, like such
mhm,
he goes and his facial expressions are like me, or when I don't understand something, he goes, what if you get clients that you don't like and you're promising this guarantee that like you can help transfer them? And then I was like, he's like what if that trainer is like obviously they want clients so badly so they're like just taking whoever and they're not ready for your transformation because obviously you have to like the intent to be like I'm ready. And so he goes like, do you want to work with people like that? And I was like, well, I guess one way to pre-qualify is like to increase the price. And then he right after that, he's like, you don't have to, he's like, again, you don't have to change your offer and just like throwing this out. And he goes, why don't you just tell me like, or just, he's like, you don't have to tell me. Like, this is how he sounds like too. Cause he's
mhm,
just trying to really understand. He goes, why don't you just only make like an offer that sounds so fun to you? Like so fun and fulfilled. And then I
mhm,
like told him, I was like, then it should really only be the mastermind and maybe like one other thing. He's like, I love that you are so smart that sometimes your intelligence overrides what you think is gonna be what's good, what's really fun,
mhm,
inspirational. He's like, but babe, this is your business. Like you're the only one that's gonna be wanting to wake up at 3 a.m. being like, yeah, I want to go straight into work because it's fun. He's like, your intelligence will only take you so far. And so that
mhm,
was like a big moment of realizing me doing my like if I do like the advanced trains for other trainers and I don't have like there's no pre-qualifying thing, um, I'll be going back to like square one of me not working with clients that I don't really want to work with.
mhm, mhm,
And so then I asked God, I was like, what if there's still I know that nothing's ever wasted. I was like, so maybe the thing is I'll do like micro trainings where I just present it. If people who are person trainers come, cool. But it's not like where I'm at because there's a level of I don't control who I'm speaking
mhm,
to. Or I was like, or maybe that's just my generosity plan. Because in Girl on Fire, she says, as a woman, as when you want to business, she's like, you should have a generosity plan where when you collaborate or if you give, something free, like you're doing goodwill because you want to. So then
mhm,
I thought, oh, maybe that'd be my generosity plan where it's like I would love to just be like, yeah, for 3 hours, I'll talk to your clients, but I'm not
mhm,
obligated with a guarantee because like
mhm,
in 100 million offers, you do really you have to say what's the guarantee promise to them.
mhm,
Um, so then I'm like, okay. And so then, also I learned when I was writing that when I tell people that you have to transform your brain and self-image simultaneously, God was like, you have to say this word. You're going to transform their emotional brain and self-image. Like because our brain is emotional, but when he says like you just keep it as brain, it just sounds so abstract. Like,
mhm.
and I was like, that is so true. We have such an emotional brain. Yeah. So
Like
all these
I
gems.
remember that, yeah, like someone like, why do you believe in God? You can't see him. And like the
Mm.
child say, do you think do you know, do you have a brain? And he said, yes. Where is it? why can't you see it? Why can't you show it to
Mhm.
me? The same thing as that. It's like it's very people thinks like illogically, and like we see like we do have like double standards. So there are
Mhm.
like things that we put into consideration at, but the things that we don't want, we just or don't believe, we just let it out there and not
That is so
knowing that there are
true.
like different possibilities. So
That is so true. That is so true. Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
What did you learn about yourself personally through this week? Because you like didn't really work as much. You were like still feeling like emotional injured.
Mhm. I was like feeling that when doing like those cut videos, like
Mm-hmm.
oh, and also like the in Canva, I created like the um like there's a call to action, there's a hook.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch, let me see. If you actually watch it, what will happen is it each of them will like show separately. So let's play just one.
I can't
So
wait to
this one
watch
is
this, by the way.
so this one is like a whole reel now. So if you played it, there's no sound yet. Let's see. So that's and then after like a while, and then there's like a reflection question. Ask yourself, like, am I truly acceptable?
Mm.
So it happens on different things. This is like the you must find yourself like on the one that we've created. So this one page is like a whole reel. So we just need to add like those sounds and that's good to go.
Oh my god, I
That's up
love
and
it.
running.
I love it. Did you see CapCut sounds? They have like such good ones.
Yes, they
Like
have
for the back,
they have
like
sounds for.
yeah.
So what I can do is I can download it from Canva, like separate
Mm-hmm.
videos each, and like put it on like CapCut to put like
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
sounds. So I
Yay!
I
I
just
love that.
I just
Mhm.
really know that I always think a lot. Like I'm like thinking of everything that's going to go wrong. So I realized like in
Mm.
doing these things that I was able to do like this, like the Canva and like the CapCut. I was like, I just have to empty my mind and just
Mhm.
remove all of those like what will
Mhm.
happen if this is hard, those kind of things. So
Mhm.
every in every aspect of like if I know that I d- if I know that I don't know what's going to happen, like I'm just emptying my mind instead of like thinking all of like the negative things, like
Mhm.
all the wrong things that might happen. So I'm just like empty, empty,
Mhm.
empty, empty, just
Mhm.
do it. So yeah, I'm still learning about that, like emptying and like just occupying, like trying to like trust my higher self. So
Yes. Yes. Okay, so this is like such a good. I can't wait till you get the book because I think it's
yes.
coming like either this upcoming week or the week after.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so she was, I think, right here. Because you're talking about how you like default to or knee jerk to um like what could go wrong or this doesn't happen or like all these like um conversations that are like worst case scenario. So she says okay, right here. Okay, so this is chapter where it's called stop waiting for the title and crown yourself. So it's like chapter 2 already, so she goes like straight into it. And she's talking about how when we have limiting beliefs that hold us back. So the one is I'm not good enough. It's not the right time. And so for the it's not the right time into the next one says what if I fail? So I'm going to read you those ones. So she says we need to undo we have some serious programming to undo in order to truly break through and blaze our own trails without the fake safety net we think we need. Let's start by breaking down some of the limiting beliefs that hold us back. First, I'm not good enough. In my experience, this is the number one reason why women hold themselves back. They've convinced that they've convinced that they aren't good enough, fit enough, smart enough, or skilled enough to do what they want to do. The truth is, there are people out there with less talent and less experience than you crushing it. Why? Because they decided to start. You get better as time goes on. That's like us. We've gotten better as time goes on. Acquire the basic skills you need to get started on your path with some level of confidence, and then let go of the perfectionistic mindset and get to work. Second, I'm taking all this in just for myself right now. It's not the right time. I love this quote that she's about to say. Zig Ziglar once said, if you wait for all the lights to turn green, you'll never leave your driveway.
Dang.
I know. There is never a perfect time to begin any new adventure. You become more and more equipped for the journey while you're on it. That's where you pick up speed. If I had waited until I felt the time was right to self-publish, I would not be here today, writing my 9th book. If I had waited for permission from a publisher to write my book, I never have written anything at all. Whenever I tell someone I've already published 8 books, I'm always met with an audible gasp and an oh my gosh, how did you do that? I started. That's it. I simply put, I did the work. The best way to dismantle the belief that it's not the right time is to set a goal with a timeline for yourself. For example, I will start promoting my new business by X date and then stick to it. Hold yourself accountable to your goal and know that there will never be a better time than right now. How else do you think this book you're reading got into your hands? The next one. What if I fail? I want you to think about a woman out there who is killing it right now in her business, someone who inspires you daily. Imagine if she never got started because she was afraid she might fail. My friend Noah often reminds me to stop thinking thoughts that scare me. I highlighted it and I wrote it on my post-it note here. Stop thinking thoughts that scare me. We can choose to focus on all the things that can go wrong, but what if we started to imagine everything that could go right? Life changes when we let optimism rule. We'll dig more into this idea later on this book. The next time fear of failure pops into your head, flip that thought on its head. Start fantasizing about what success would look like and feel like for you. Close your eyes and create an elaborate movie scene in your mind's eye. Visualize in detail what life would be like if you achieved your dreams. What would you be doing? What would you be wearing? Where would you be working and living? When we create positive thoughts, the negative ones run out of space and can no longer thrive. Repeat this practice whenever scary thoughts creep in. And think about those women who you admire who gave themselves permission to do the same. So she always reminds me, like she says, stop thinking thoughts that scare you.
I'm soaking everything in because we know it. Like we know it. Like we just have to be optimistic. We know that we just have to go starting. We know that we shouldn't fear it. We just keep on going. But why? Why? It's like we know what to do, but it seems like our body's like resisting all of that ounces for us to actually do it, and to like fight it every single day. It's like it's a constant battle. It's I think it's like a battle with ourselves that we should know. I don't know why there are times that we are like being complacent, and that's the time that like we're drifting away, like complacent with ourselves. That's why we're drifting away. Like, oh, I can do it tomorrow, and then that tomorrow will be another tomorrow, and that tomorrow will be another tomorrow. And I think like trying to start everything and like trying to just begin anyhow, like our topic last week. So yeah, I'm still praying and holding hold myself accountable. Yeah.
I think sometimes it's like I like to tell myself, I'm like, I just want to harmonize with you. And initially, because it's just your brain has its we're just reconditioning it, I guess, like creating a different emotional experience when you're starting. So when I'm about to start my workout and I either don't want to yet, I literally tell myself I said, yesterday's joy, be so happy you're here. The 5 minutes joy when I'm in this process is just going to be like, look, you got this. The woman that's walking out the door is just going to be like, I'm proud of you. And so like for you, even when you're initiating, it might be like, the fact that I'm initiating, okay, I'm doing well. Like I believe in you. Oh look, I found the right picture. And so it's like I think sometimes you just have to like recondition so that when your brain goes back to like starting, it will remember that one. It won't remember the times I was just like, oh, I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Mm-hmm.
It's just so ugly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I thought people don't like it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Joy, for just like trying to reinforce it every single
Mm-hmm.
time, because it's like you might feel like, I do sound like a broken record, and she's not absorbing.
No, you're not a broken record. No. I even like rewatched. So I think it was before the offers. I was like re-editing it. I was like, oh, I think I need a little bit more inspiration, but not like through a meditation. So I literally watched like the video you created that you put on our website, and I was like, oh, look at that. Like, so sometimes it's like you have to take in what you've created, and maybe that's for you. You have to revisit some of like your CapCut or your Canva and be like, yeah. Yeah, completely. I don't know if you saw on Canva, but I like re-edited the carousel because I felt like God was like, oh, add this to, oh, make this bold, make this thing. And then I was about to do it. I think the day we talked, God's like, not yet. He's like, just there's things that he just told me it was the nighttime, and so I was like, okay. But I think today's the day.
So, you might notice that it's like in a long form because I want like the video to actually, I mean, like the picture to flow like a carousel. That's why it's like very small. So you just have to like adjust the sizing to see
Yeah.
like the words.
Yeah, I figured it out. At first, I like downloaded it. I was like, it's so
But
tiny.
it's so small.
Yeah. Okay, so that I'm glad we just even talked about that. Is there anything else that you were trying to like either upload again to YouTube, or that you want us to like start uploading back to the real you, or just what your thoughts are?
Oh, what I'm doing right now is, since no one would actually notice like our video, what I'm doing, since in StreamYard it says like we need to delete some of it, what I'm doing is I'm downloading it and I'm uploading it to the real you, because I know they're not going to like, I'm just uploading it so that the
Yeah.
YouTube will see it.
Yeah.
And then once we got like the attention, just going to like hide all of them so that YouTube will see. And also for us to free some of the space on StreamYard. So that's what I'm doing. Because
Okay.
even if we actually upload it on YouTube, like the resolution will be as is. For example, we download from StreamYard like 1 gigabyte. If we upload on YouTube, the quality is the same. So so we can use that as a source instead of like
Cool.
the cloud and StreamYard. So yeah, so that we
Okay,
can free
cool.
up the space.
Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. I like that. Thank you. I know that I gave you a long list of things to to change or to keep going. Again, you just let me know how you're doing with your pace. I know that I keep throwing you these ideas. I'm like, oh, look at this one, like the little like bubbles. That'll be funny. Or like the one I think I just showed you this morning was like the guy had like note cards and he like wrote on it.
That's so cool. And I was like thinking for like the mobile video, do you want it to be like a TikTok size for all the videos in mobile, so that they can see it clearly? Because I was in I'm sorry, on website it's like landscape. I was like thinking if we could do like portrait for the mobile, so it will be like fully mobile. So yeah, I'll just do that one.
Okay, so does that mean you have to go? How are you gonna do that? You're gonna have to redo the video?
I think so. Yeah. But what I'm going to do is, in the script, since there's already slash on it, I'm going to remove like the previous video, and then I'll just put like the silhouette, all of the silhouette videos there.
Okay.
Actually work for that.
Oh my god, I don't know how you're gonna figure that one out. Unless
I'm just going to empty myself. It's totally fine.
Okay. Well, how did you do it for the YouTube that was like onto the website? Like you just changed the sizing?
Yeah, I actually for the website, what actually happened is the size is like really small. You can see it on the
Mhm.
phone. It's like really
Mhm.
small. So I was like, this is I was also like trying to like edit it, but I was like, myself is telling not now, not now too.
Yeah,
But right
yeah.
now I feel like I want it to be like I want it to be portrait now. I don't want
Mhm.
it to look like that anymore. So yeah, I'm going to think
Well,
yes. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh no, I'll focus on like the show it now. So yeah, I'll
Mhm.
just empty my mind. No more
I think the
waiting.
YouTube one that we put onto the mission or the mission side is okay because it's like literally it's just singularly I'm talking, but
Mhm.
the other one that we made for the homepage is obviously like there's photos and like things like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So maybe that's why it might have to be better in a mobile, but
Mhm.
I don't know if it's like for you, if it's easier for you to try to just like for the emergency or whatever you want to call it, the immediacy is like you size it down for the like you make it a
Mhm.
smaller landscape for the mobile, and then the back, and then in the meantime, you would like redo it. Um, you would redo it to mobile, because I'm sure that would take a bit more time to like redo it.
I
What's
actually
uh-huh.
I tried that, and what happened is instead of sold out, unlike mobile, you're just going to see out. So if you like, if you move it like sold out, what you're just going to see is like background and like body, like
Got
huge.
it. Yeah.
So like the video really needs to be.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, okay, so because like yeah, when I went to like the mobile on here, it's like you can't really see the video.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what should we? It looks like this on mine.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the top part.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I was wondering. I'm like, should we? That's why I said, oh, we should space it, and then maybe. But I see what you're saying. Like, it would just be like mobile this way down, right, and everything just pushes down. Okay. Um. All right. Um, things we're learning.
It's okay. I would
And
I
uh-huh.
know it's my job, but I'm like at first it's like very intimidating. It's too much work. But right now it's like, okay, empty your mind. Just do what you gotta do and just don't
Well,
overthink about it.
so does it show it for the mobile and show it for the desktop have two different links? Like, because I was wondering if the mobile ends up being like you just have my voice and you use maybe CapCut and you just made it into mobile different photos or whatever, the different pictures for it to fit.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Like I'm going like the whole videos will be like
Mhm.
bye bye. I just put
Yeah.
like different pictures on it. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it will be.
Yeah. I think that's what I I'm sorry.
I can see your face. It's totally fine.
Because I
Yeah.
guess like I'm not so I'm like you're stronger to me in technical, and so my like mine's like I don't know how she would do it, and I'm like because I don't know how to do it right, and I'm just like thinking of like how complex it is, and then I'm like I'm supposed to show you that I trust you. I do trust you, but I just like don't want to put on that like it's that
Too much
intimidating.
pressure.
Yeah.
I was feeling that for the last 2 weeks actually, and I'm putting it behind, but I can feel it now. This is like the right time to do it. So yeah.
Aww. And like and honestly, it's like the one for the desktop is obviously going to fit that, but like for
Mhm.
the like mobile, you're like okay, that's what we have as a basis, and then now I get to just like run with it.
And I was like thinking I'm just going to enjoy it, like creating
Mhm,
like a video. So yeah,
mhm,
I'm
mhm,
into the video mode on right now. So
mhm,
I'm just
mhm,
going to cherish like
mhm. And
the
like
time.
CapCut's even easier to make the video now because like I was using like Vimeo and then the script, and so I wasn't able to like personalize it as much. And now
Mhm.
it's like you're able to like use CapCut's like basic things or something.
I was
Uh,
actually trying to use CapCut and like the core values.
mhm,
The pictures
mhm.
that they've meh. Okay. I'm going to
Mhm.
create it's not a part to my
Yeah, yeah.
to so yeah, I'm still like being friends with CapCut so that it will
Yeah,
give me like
yeah.
good results.
Is there a way that you could just make is it just like the quality of the photo? It's like too cheesy or
Yeah, it's too
okay.
cheesy. And for me, it's like,
Yeah,
it's not Joy's. I was looking at it now. Joy
yeah,
will not like
yeah. So you might have to use like I'm guessing like so like this is like the only thing I can think of that probably would be where is it? CapCut. Where is CapCut? I just had it. Weird. It's not here. Okay. Let's try it now. Okay. Like I'm assuming like you'll use one of like the templates um that we either like saved in is it in draft? No. Templates? One of the templates that this is a full one though. Never mind. Um but yeah, one of the templates that we saved and then you would probably just maybe afterwards you'd have to use you'd either have to upload an image from what we have or from I guess Canva maybe? I don't know.
Sorry, I'm burping.
No, you're totally fine. Yeah.
I'll do that one.
You I know that you have to ask your infinite intelligence.
Oh, I have a question for you in
Mhm.
CapCut. So I've already put like the how do I say this one? Like the captions.
Mhm.
Why am I like being tongue tied right now? The captions for it, but I don't know what font you actually like. So I tried various ones, like the colors.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Uh-huh. Let's put it here. And yeah. Let's wait for it to load. Why am I doing okay? So yeah, these are like the guided. Oh,
I
this
think
is
that's so
like the
cool.
solo. And these are the videos are like the
Uh-huh.
recommended in CapCut. So it's just very
That's
easy.
so
You just have to
cool.
click that one and put that back, put it in, and like also the meditation video. So yeah, I have to check on like the captions for you. So okay, cool. So this is how it actually looks like. Let's see. In a heartbeat. I can't read this one, so I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Let's do this one.
Let's choose a font that
Cat.
we both can read.
Yes, I was like thinking this one is close to TT, but like the how it
I don't
looks like
mind
on
I don't mind that our closed captions is it's just it all it is just to be readable and like the
uh-huh.
branding colors are probably it's going to be blue most likely.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah. So do you want to go look at what
Let's
fonts
wait.
they have?
Okay. This one is like the blue one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So let's go to the fonts. So let's use
Yeah.
this one. So this is a default. I think okay, it's loading.
I think the
Okay.
font
Let's
colors
see if
I
it's
think I
this.
like the
Oh,
I don't know. No, too tight too I like it where it's like more on the border so it's easier for
two.
people to read.
Okay. This
Uh
is small. Too
too
cheesy.
no. Yeah. Nope. Thanks. Oh
Ay!
boy. So what if we go back to the first one? And
Uh-huh.
then what if like if you go to but
This
what's the
one?
one when yeah, we'll just let's say we use that for right now. But on the right hand corner, doesn't it give you like different ways to do the font, I think? So right here, look, the way it
This
presents. Like oh no no,
oh,
sorry.
this
Like if
one?
you look at presets, yeah. Is that just how the bubble looks or is that just how the
Yes, this is just how the bubble looks. So if we click on
I
that, it will
see.
change like the colors. Let's
I
see.
see.
I was
Okay.
also trying to look here, but on the left side too. But these are like text effects, so it's not suggesting. Unlike Canva, I'm used to
Got
Canva like giving.
it.
I
Mhm.
try to like click on this because it's like real. I can read it, but I don't know what how do I say this one? I don't know what font style it is. So you just
Oh,
have to edit
interesting.
this one. Hmm.
Got it.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's what's happening. I'm playing with that too.
Well, honestly, all I want is that if there's closed captions, and we'll figure out if it's like this bubble or that bubble later.
Mhm. Cool,
Because
cool, 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 cool.
Instagram's closed captions, like it's okay. It's not
Yeah, it's just
engaging.
right there like that. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm, 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 mhm. Um, and then from here, like because we can do the closeout, maybe this is where you get to add in your fun flair, where you have like the GIF with the word I'm saying or something, or like I don't know. Because I think when
oh,
I watch like
cool.
Alex's videos, they have
Oh,
like
yeah.
they'll do like the GIF, the symbol thing, and that's obviously makes it more funny, like more funny, engaging. Um, mhm, mhm,
I'm
mhm.
imagining things now. My
Yeah.
Jesus are working now.
Like even the part where it says like for the mentality, it's like I wish I could pull that off. That's like sometimes that's like the face of just like 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 a woman that's just like oh like crying, right? Like obviously
Mhm.
that's like us like being exaggerating, and then the other one is just like she's like we got this. Um,
So easy. I told
yeah,
you.
yeah. Did you create any Canva the covers, the IG covers for that for those
Oh, that
reels?
that not yet.
Totally don't worry about it. Totally don't worry about it. Oh, for the mobile website, does it have? This is like when I go to the like the section where for the all the table.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have like the other like the desktop.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, go, go, go. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Um. Uh. Okay. Okay. So I guess I have two options for you. Okay, so you have, one option is um. mm, so does Show It have two different separate links for the mobile and the desktop, or does it all converts?
It just converts. So
It just
it
converts.
has it's just one link, but it converts into mobile and into desktop. Yeah, we
Got
can do
it.
it.
Got it. Okay, and so then the YouTube video, it would convert onto mobile, obviously, but then onto the desktop, it stays as a mobile. How does That's where I'm like, I guess I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, let me show it to you.
Okay.
I think it's easier to explain it in
Yeah, I think
like
so.
how the design
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
So, okay, let me just log on. Do, 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 do. Oopsie, not this one. So what I actually do is I embed it on
Hmm.
YouTube. Oh, let me show it. You're not seeing anything yet.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sure. Do you know that? Do you know those like people when they're like when they're like shy and then they're like changing their voices into like something like really weird. So this is
Like
how
that.
it looks like. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So this one, what actually happened here is if you click on like the embed info, it
Uh huh.
is actually the same for like the and the
Uh huh. Uh huh.
mobile and the desktop. So what actually happens is um whatever the configure like the size of it, the size of it is one
Hmm.
1200 to 680. So it's showing here as 1200 and 680. So only the top part is the only thing that you see. So that's the
Got
reason
it.
why.
Got it.
So I actually also try to use like to create two I mean, two like links in here. So one is like from, oh, I should do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's duplicate it. Okay, and then let's just put this for desktop, and this one is for mobile. Okay, cool. And then
Okay.
this one, and then this one, what size is it? So the size would be, what size? Oh, 100. Okay, 100. So I'll just change the size here. Let's see. So that will be 320 by 100. Okay, let's save it. And then let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see how it will look like. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, it's loading. So on
Yay.
mobile, this is how.
Okay, so we're playing around.
Ooh, this
Uh...
one.
okay,
Dang
so we're getting there though. Like you're seriously getting there
Okay,
closer. Could we do like, since you're still on showing, could you add more space between every single section though?
this one. I
Like
think one.
between every single section on the mobile, and I think it's the mobile that looks like there's less space.
Okay, cool.
So
Hold
underneath
on.
everything, so like it kind of has like breathing space. That makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is the myth. Okay, let's put it back, and where is it? Okay, let's change the initial height to. Oh, okay. Let's just change this one into 200 because I made it 300. Okay, and then let's save it.
Yeah.
300. And when you click that one, you can go on position and this one. Okay, cool. And let's
Okay.
change the color.
Yeah. Like I want, if I had it my way, I wish you're gonna help me. Is under sold out.
Okay.
It's like has a slogan like shatter your limits and make your dreams real, and then it's like everything is just like evenly like breathing room space. So it's like, oh, you watched the video, and then it's like, oh, you ready for transformation, and then like bring a little bit more space.
Oh,
It's like the testimonial, and after that it goes to like our note. Yeah.
okay, let's just use this one and then let's remove the background. Let's make it none. And then let's make it.
I love watching you. You're so good at this. It's like, ugh, you don't realize it, but you're so good at this.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. Like I would never have, I've been done with this. I'm like, no, this is not for me.
Oopsies. Okay, let's. Ooh, what happened? Ah, okay, cool. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I need more space. Okay, cool. And then let's just ask our friend to center it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Space. And then this one. Okay, so what's the space of this one? Okay, 86. Let's do it 125. Bigger. Bigger. Uh-huh. Do-do-do-do. And center. Oops. What happened? Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're doing good. I'm just watching you in your element, spacing everything again.
This is fun than before. Okay, let's put space here too.
Yeah.
And let's make it 250. And make it right here. Okay, and this one is more space. Okay. Oh, cool. Edit side canvas. And let's put it like 400. And let's put it. Let's ask our friend to center it. Okay, cool. Back to home. Okay. Space. Okay. Where are we? Okay, cool.
Okay.
This one.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to change something really quick.
Which one?
Okay, I think two things. I think the first thing on the top was just like our regular slogan, like the shatter our limits and make our dreams real.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sold out slogan. Yeah.
Okay. Shatter your limits
Because you remember how you made that? You made the slogan come out.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, like something like where it's just like it's right under sold out, where it just has the slogan.
Oh, cool.
That's what
Got
I
it.
meant. Yeah. So I don't know if you
Okay,
just want
cool.
to do that like after
I'll just
this.
put that one. Okay, yes. I'll do that
Yeah.
one after.
Okay.
Cool, cool,
And
cool.
then the
Just
other
crazy.
request is
Yes.
um use the same picture of like how we had of me in the music note to just make it, because I realized the on the desktop we have like the blue branding that you did it
Oh, 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 oh.
for who we are and speaking. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh, let's just like we'll just streamline that
Mhm, mhm,
in
mhm.
on the front too, and we'll use this photo
Okay.
for like a reel.
Okay.
Like,
Cool,
this
cool, cool,
Canva
cool.
one, we'll use it for a reel. But I just thought like everything's such blue, like blue and the other stuff,
Mhm,
that it would
mhm,
just be
mhm.
all cohesive. Um. Okay. Awesome. So I guess we'll figure out the sizing thing for the
Mhm,
video. Okay. Um. Okay. Here's alternative two.
mhm.
Is you take the video off for the mobile, but on the mobile in the front, it just said we'll just put like we can just put a static picture, and it'll be like um about something about like becoming like uh um something like I wanted kind of like what the thumbnail that you created, and it just be like it'll just like say something about like you can become your dream self.
Okay,
Something
cool.
like
Do
something
that.
like that's what I was thinking. Or but you can become, what did we put on to, there was like a slide onto Canva that you use in the video.
Mhm.
But I'm like, you could do that as like as the as the upload as the uploaded design. Excuse me. Okay,
It's
so
okay.
I'm under start, so it might be under.
Start.
What did you make that was like from the orange aesthetic?
Orange, orange. Oh, let me search
Or
that.
even
Orange.
or even the one that you did that was like, what was yeah. Was it okay? Let's see. I'm under. Yeah. Okay, so there's these two options. I just thought. Did you just drink
Okay.
water? Did you just
No,
drink water?
I was doing this one, and then
Okay,
suddenly it's like,
because I didn't see, right, so I heard and I was like, is she drinking water? It's so cute. Okay, it's this one. Okay, so here's an option: is this we could literally just use this one, shatter your limits,
Mhm,
and become the woman who makes her dreams real, on the front homepage.
mhm, mhm,
And then you won't have to have maybe the slogan up there, or if you do have the slogan,
mhm.
it's like smaller. Or this one here is we can put you can transform into a new you, and this
Mhm,
and keep
mhm.
this onto the website.
I'll do
What
that
do you,
one.
what do you think? Because that
I
might just
was
be like, oh, go ahead.
I was thinking this is like something that we can patch on, but but I think the video is still needed for like the mobile because
Mhm.
it's very vital.
Yeah,
So yeah, I was like thinking, okay, just do the video. I was like, yes, they're like we can patch it up, but like the end part of it is like just
yeah,
we need the video. So
yeah.
I'm just going to like put myself at ease and just like do the video just like
Mhm.
because we patch it, we're still
Mhm.
going to need it in the future. So might
True.
as well do it right now so
Yeah.
that it's already.
Okay.
So,
I seriously love your integrity because you're just like, yeah, we're not really fixing.
mhm,
We're just doing a temporary fit, a band-aid, when really like most women are gonna watch things on the mobile.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
and so like you doing the video would be like, obviously an invitation for them to just like hear my voice and to
and
watch it. Hmm.
it's in
I,
like in our core values. I'm trying to live our core it's in I think I was
Mhm,
like thinking of Kaizen right now, like even
mhm,
and like the Japanese, like the door,
mhm,
remember like the car
mhm,
door, like they
mhm,
actually fixed it instead of like getting a hammer
mhm.
every single time
True,
to check it.
true.
Yeah. I commit
Through
myself to doing
through doing things that seem impossible. So, like for example, there's a book called Multipliers, and so it's really interesting because this book is about how people who work in businesses that bring that it's like they said it's there's two types of stress when you work in businesses. There's one where your boss is like will punish you because you're not
Mhm.
performing. So you work under fear, and that
Mhm.
person's like leadership is erratic because sometimes they'll be punishing you and sometimes they're so aloof. And then there's other type of business where you do experience stress because the project given to you seems so impossible. But they said that in those experiences, the leader totally believed in you, and what came
Mm.
through that experience was that every time you grew in your focus, you enhanced new skills, and you saw the project in a new solution oriented way. And then they said through that experience, they were like, wow, I didn't know I was capable of so much. And then obviously the leader knew that there was possible, but then when the leader saw that the team did it, the leadership was like so appreciative because they knew how difficult it was, but they didn't recognize. And then through the difficulty, the leader sees that in all of the staff as like, look how remarkable you are. You guys did it. I just gave you the
Mm.
vision. You guys actually created it. And so in multipliers, they said that through situations that seem impossible, you grow these new ways of innovation, and you grow these new skills, and you yourself are growing with the project. It's not just like you're like being penalized. Like if you don't do this, and so in that process right now, I'm like, look, we're both gonna figure out like the mobile thing because think of it this way, Eunice. If you, not if, but when you under, understand what to do when it comes to other things that we would have to put on the website, if it'd be like a webinar thing, that you'll be like, oh, this is the best option for like the mobile
Mhm.
side, for versus this or something. Um, and even
I
just like
can't wait.
I know, or even just like things where people get to know us through a different avenue, but then when they come to the website and they watch the video, they're like, oh my gosh, like this really resonates. Because I've seen other
Mhm.
videos for other like entrepreneurs or coaches, and it's like only the things that are like first 30 seconds, like this is your dream stuff, right? But like we actually tell a story of like not only are you going to be conservative market, people are going to be like, how did you overcome that? You know, you can have this as a normal thing. So even though it's longer, I still believe like that it represents something that people are like, if they're really interested, they're gonna watch the whole thing. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mhm. Thank you for your trust, Joy. It means a lot.
Oh, oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you like look up the book Multiplier, so these stories where like people are like, I literally was like, I don't think I can do this job, but my leader like believed in me so much, and then I created all these things. And so I think it was in the book of Multipliers that they had that kind of philosophy at Google, and so that's how all these projects were created in Google, like Google X, that's eyeglasses.
Mhm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. And then same thing with like Steve Jobs. Like he when he went to so obviously he worked for Apple and then he got
Mhm.
fired.
Yeah.
And so he took all his knowledge and then he was with Pixar. And then
Mm.
also when he was at Pixar, I think he created something like Apple, but he built all the technology. And so then Apple was struggling. They were like, we're gonna go bankrupt. And so we're like, we need your help. And so Apple bought his company that had all the technology. And so when Apple rebuilt itself, they were using his technology. But then he told the people who were still with Apple, right, who had the same type of mindset, like no, we're not going to create. We're only going to create these kind of computers. He's like, no, you're going to create a phone that doesn't have buttons because they were like, right,
Yeah.
phones, and they're like, what? And he's like, and the phone's going to be like a mini computer, and like he was just painting the vision. And then on top of it, to add more like intensity of pressure and stress, he's like, you're going to do it instead of, I know it's going to take you about 4 years, 5 years. You're going to do it in this amount of time. And they were like, and he says that every day they went back to the drawing board. Okay, how can we make this better? And he says through asking, how could I see this different? That's when they like innovated something different.
I'm curious. What's like the first phone that you've actually used? Does it have a keypad?
I did have a keypad. It was like my mom's like it was like a brick. It was like thick. It was like, oh my god, what brand was it?
Mine is Nokia. Nokia.
And then the second one was Nokia. Did you have a clear glass like cover? Mine was like a turquoise clear glass cover.
Mine is like the one that you can change the case, like everything else. I remember I put like Hello Kitty.
Yes. Yeah. I like, okay, so let's see. Like I had the Nokia like clear case. I don't know. So oh my gosh, these are like let's put the Nokia. Is it like 2000s maybe? I don't know. No.
That's my phone, like the first picture.
Yeah, I had this one. Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah, do you remember the one with the like the little on the like the side clip?
Oh yeah.
Okay, mine looks something like this, where it's clear, not with the blues,
cool.
not with like this
Oh,
other blue.
that's the one with lights, like on the sides of it.
I think so. Yeah. What did you have?
Mine is like the first one.
Was it like this one?
5110.
Like this one?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like that. That's so
I think
old.
it's so funny that we're talking about this.
It's 23 years.
I know. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm changing like the phone case like every month. Like
Yeah. Oh wait, like this one. This is the one that I had like where it was turquoise clear case.
That is so, and like playing snakes and ladders. That is.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have like any of like the flip phones?
I did, but it's Samsung. The Samsung one.
This is like so funny. Samsung flip phone. This one put ode. Like this one?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. Oh, I had this one.
So old.
Is this the same one we had? I had this one. This gray.
I think that the first one that you pointed. That's the one that I had.
Got it. So funny. Okay, then when did you first get your iPhone then?
Oh, it's recently. Before it was like an Android phone. I'm a Android bias before, and I was like, oh, people are just using it for like things. And then after I use like Apple, like I've bought it in 2019, and I was like, oh, that's the reason why they are using like Apple products, because there's like a lot of like things that you can do in Apple that you cannot do in Android. I was like, okay, I'll stick to Android. I'm sorry, I'll stick to
iPhone.
Apple.
So do you like Apple?
Yes, I love Apple. With Android, you can download a lot of a lot of applications. But with Apple, like the exclusivity, like the iMessage, like even if you do not have like, even if you don't have like, we have like prepaid phone here, so you need to put like a minute on it. But in iPhone, as long as I'm connected to like the Wi-Fi, I don't need Messenger. I don't need like those extra that Androids are like using. I can use iMessage, and that's
okay. So when your phone, you turn your phone off. So when I send you a message and it's like green, then do you get charged for that?
No.
Okay.
Well, if you can like, I think you're the one who's being charged for that when it's when you're sending
Got
it
it.
and it's turning to green.
Got it. I was
Oh,
just
did
curious.
you know?
What?
I was a customer service representative before for AT&T.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my
For like
gosh.
and then another time was like for Metro PCS. I don't know if you know Metro
You had
PCS.
Metro PCS too. Oh, that was really popular out here in the States. Yeah.
Yeah, so
How
I
funny.
and like
Mhm.
the greetings in Metro PCS, if you hear the customer service, like the
Mhm.
unicorn, like there's different like I was in that era. Like the
Wow.
unicorn like greetings. Like people were like, did I call the right is this Metro PCS? So yeah, I was like a customer representative before.
Oh, wait, that was all remote too? I'm
Yes.
assuming.
Yes, I'm working on site here in the Philippines, but yes, we're remote. So all of
Yeah.
like the calls, like if you have problems with your phones, if you
Mhm,
have
mhm.
problems with like your internet, with your
Yeah.
messaging, with your plan, they're directed to us.
Got it. Got it. How interesting. I think that's so I just think that's like you're in a different, yeah, like different position, and just the types of conversations you get is, I'm sure it's like, wow.
Yes, a lot of them are exciting. And like the longest call that I had was like 2 hours because there's like they have like a new product. It's AT&T like Go Phone, and they have like you
Mhm.
need to download the application. And I introduced it to like an elderly woman. She's like 70 years old and she's very eager. And
Oh
I
my
walk her
goodness.
through like and then they're like calling me, "Hey, you've been on call for 2 hours." And I was like, "You told me to introduce this application. I'm teaching her how to do
Wow. That's hilarious. I
it."
love
We're
it.
able to finish that. To and they were like, "Oh my goodness, you're able to." And they just gave me a candy,
Mhm.
like one candy after that. I remember
Woohoo!
so I was like, should I be happy or should
Yeah, yeah. It's like when I got my first, like, I think like my first pay raise in college. I worked three jobs
Mhm.
in college, and like one of them was like, you have a 10 cents raise, and I'm like, I was like, I don't work enough hours to make that into $1. Like it was just like kind of like a funny like thing when I thought
Mhm.
about it.
Mm.
Just the things that we've grown. It's We should have an episode where we talk about all of our old jobs. Because like
Yes.
I worked. So I don't think you know, but I used to be a restaurant server, like at Cheesecake Factory, Bubble Gump Shrimp. I don't
Mm.
know if you guys are familiar. It's like Forrest Gump movie. So it's like
Mhm.
Forrest Gump, and then they made a restaurant for like all of his stuff, all his memorabilia.
This is
Um,
so cool. Oh.
so they serve like shrimp, they
Oh my
serve
god.
like seafood. But like I because it's like the shrimp is like in Cajun sauce and butter and garlic.
Mhm.
Every day I would like go home smelling like garlic.
That's
Yeah,
why you're really good at cooking. I mean, like you're like the pictures that you're showing, like,
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
goodness. That is so
Like,
nice.
seriously love just like the satisfying like process of cooking. I was telling Albert this today. I was like, if I enjoy working out, I like the satisfaction of the process. I was like, I love cooking, the satisfaction. So I was like, I'm not gonna say that I have to be satisfied with the process, like working my business, but I know that there's a great potential that I'm going to enjoy. It's the satisfaction of it. I think it's just that initial grunt where people are like, oh, this is not satisfying, and so they quit.
Mhm.
Um, and so I just told myself, I'm like, if I can do it in other areas, I know I can do it in this area of my life. Yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so I know it's gonna happen. It's just allowing myself to be okay that this part is it's not it's just a learning new skill. And that's okay.
And it's hard at first, and it's like, it's taking too long. But we're getting
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
As long
Because
as you
okay,
know.
what would you say you're most proud of your skills, like either professionally or personally, through this whole year of 2023?
Doing show it and like doing like videos because I never created like a website before, like
Yeah,
like from scratch. Like I
scratch.
know we've downloaded the template, but like putting
Yeah,
it like, yeah,
yeah.
it's like I'm getting in love with like Show It. Like before, like
Mhm, mhm.
it's like, how do I space this one? I need to use the arrow so that it will be centered. And I don't know. I'm so ignorant to just like, oh, there's like a button there that it will center it out, just like Canva. And I was like, after
But
knowing,
you,
it's like, oh, like the angels, like,
yeah.
oh my goodness,
Mhm,
like the
mhm,
light bulb
mhm,
moment. And
mhm,
yeah,
mhm,
I'm
mhm.
so happy for the. I'm also very like honored to like learn Show It because I think this is such a great learning experience because we're going to improve like our website every year. It wouldn't like
Yeah,
stop there. That's
I
why
agree.
having like that website and like growing and being in
Yeah,
love with it.
I
So yeah.
agree. I totally. We literally. Oh, so by the way, I created a new like highlight for because I'm in my. I called it New You. I already put like yesterday's two photos into this new highlight for IG, and I
Mhm.
said, "Oh my god, it's gonna. This is gonna be fun. If we like create like photos, we'll take photos of like the website. Like this was 2023. Okay, a new era. Like something else coming in. Like kind of like a yearbook."
Ah, that is so cool.
What
Like
if we
having
tried
a
to make?
yearbook.
What if we tried to do a yearbook or a yearbook video?
Uh-huh.
Um, and it'd be like compilation of what we've learned and things we've experienced. Um, I
Yes.
think I
We should
like that
do
idea.
that
I love
because
that
it's like the
idea.
end of the year, so we should like just like
Yeah.
it's like a culmination of everything that we've
Mhm,
doing and to
mhm,
just
mhm.
celebrate our wins. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
I love
Speaking
that idea because I think that like I don't know, I think there's like nostalgic things that are good, but as like creators, we don't bring it back for some reason. And I think
Mhm.
like a yearbook is just like such a nostalgic, like you write in it, like you like get like excited what photos are going to be in there and stuff. Um, and so it could, I mean, people make write journals, for a year,
Mhm.
but like this is like its own month, its own like, compilation.
I was like cringing right now, like thinking of like the old. Oh yeah, like,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's
yeah.
yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. Um, I'm really proud of you for the show it because it is very
Mm.
complex. Like you can probably say you are a creative designer for you to like do this because it requires so much meticulousness on the back end. Like you showed me like the YouTube like coding thing. I was like, yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder if ChatGPT could help you with that one, being like, how do you
I did
resize?
ask. I did actually ask. That's why I
Yeah,
learned about that.
yeah, yeah. Okay, we tried. Yeah. Okay, so we'll wrap up soon. So I'll see you on my Monday, which will be your Tuesday.
Oh, same.
Um,
It's my Monday. Like it's the start of your Monday, but
oh,
it's like the
that's
end
right.
of my Monday.
End of my Monday. Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so you first priority, you're gonna focus on the website with those
Mhm,
changes on the homepage. Okay,
mhm.
and then the what's it called? The table part of the mobile design,
Yes, yes,
and
yes, yes.
as well as the what was I gonna say? The figuring out the mobile video.
Mhm, mhm.
Mhm,
Yes, let's have it
mhm,
show it. Yeah.
mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
please send my regards to Tara. I can't wait to see your picture.
Uh, I can't wait to. I can't. I know. I will take those photos and be like, she does. You guys do look like you guys could be like a lesbian couple. Like Albert laughed when I told him that. He's like, yeah. He's like, I totally see. Why people thought that.
And then send it to your relatives just for fun.
Mhm. She
These
came
are
to
bad.
visit me. She came to visit me. Oh,
It's so fun.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so
Thank
what's you
Joy for
need?
your
What,
time.
all the time. What do you need prayer on?
Hmm, I hope that you can help me pray, like to just like empty my mind, and to just like begin anyhow, start right now, like do the things, and yes, believe that we can have like we can still reach the goal that we set, or like my goal before, like for you to reach 100K
Mhm,
before the
mhm.
end. 2023 is still here, so yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
have you
Mhm.
heard of that? Like in December 31, 2023, you the calendar will be 123 123. I just saw that.
Whoa. I never thought about that.
Right? I just saw that and I was like, that is so cool. Yeah, I
Oh,
just
that is
remember
so
that.
cool. I love that. I love
It's
things
my
like that. I love
yeah,
those like
me
little,
too.
yeah, I love those things.
Oops.
Yes, I'll pray for you for that of like you into your mind, releasing pressure, releasing validation,
Mm.
releasing all the things that you're like, I don't know how this is possible. Because you have you have an infinite intelligence in you.
Mm.
God's given you all these miraculous gifts. You have all these resources. You got the easiest part done, which is the audio. So the rest is just
Yeah.
painting the picture. But the rest is really fun. Just your mental movie that you're creating.
Yes, I will. How about
And
you? What do you like praise?
um, to really enjoy my time with Tara and to not really feel like, ooh, I wish I could be, working or whatever. Because sometimes that does where I'm like, right before I'm gonna go see a friend, I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, nope, for the highest good, I'm gonna enjoy my time. So yeah, for safety, for enjoyment, growing closer, uh, and then yeah, like we just talked about, like the not enoughness, like that's obviously
Mm.
um, something that I've let go of. Mhm, mhm,
Mm.
mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much, Lord, for today. Thank you so much, Lord, that Eunice is alive. And thank you, Lord, that we got to reconnect and have a reunion together. And may you just absolutely heal her body, Lord, in every aspect, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, and just, her alignment or whatever is like slightly feels maybe slightly off. We know that you are always and so in tune to us, Lord. And God, may you allow her when she goes into this our project, Lord, allow her to just recognize that she's already outwitted the devil, that she just like trusts herself, trusts you, Lord, that maybe she needs to draw to have creative juices, whatever inspiration that you're going to just pour into her and remind her of all of her strengths, remind her of all of her amazing imaginations, and just to always remind her of that she has like all of this amazing creativity that um, gets to be explored and created and played, and that she really is creating something that gets to be put into this universe imaginatively as well as emotionally and as well as a physical a product of a video, Lord. And we know that this video and we release the outcome, but we know that you always find ways that people are going to feel so resonating and feel so understood and feel like, wow, I needed to hear this message. And so release that outcome, but we know that we have each other to support each other, we have each other to believe in each other, and that through this process that sees new skills, has so much fun creating, is able to use sounds and use different transitions and all these things that she's like, oh, I've been wanting to do this. And she's literally going to be living in her dream. I'm just giggling, just the fact that like we get to say that out loud, and that's just such an honor and privilege, Lord. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, that you've helped us build our emotional stamina, our mental discipline to our minds, and that you've really given us a heart and a mind that is able to fully express ourselves, either sometimes, not negatively, but sometimes that we get to really remind that you've given us this opportunity to think thoughts of like, why not? Like, why not this? Or why am I so blessed? Um, and so this is our brand new day to live into that new awareness that we're so blessed, and we love you, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Lord, for this beautiful and wonderful day. Thank you so much, Lord, that Joy and Albert and Tara are alive. Thank you so much, Lord, for giving Joy this new mindset. After her talk with Albert, I know that you've poured all of your wisdom so that you use Albert to become like an instrument so that Joy can open and get through this a brand new breakthrough so that she can learn more about herself and let go of any self sabotage. And while letting go of all the self sabotage, those fear of being left behind by Albert. I know that you're guiding her to be stronger, to love herself more, to know herself more, to know her worth, to know that she is worth, she is already enough, and enough is a feast. And letting her know that all of these lessons that you're teaching her, that are like you're using a lot of people to for joy to learn this wisdom. So we're thanking you, Lord, for this one. We also um ask your blessing so that Tara will have like a great and safe trip. And I know that you're going to guide Joy and Tara and even Albert to just enjoy the week together and to just like explore the whole place, to hike, to even exercise, to talk, to eat, and like do the things that they actually never imagined that they're going to do, and they're going to cherish every single moment. There will be no dull moment. There might be some crying moment and being emotional, but because you're just teaching Joy and Tara and Albert that all of these things that you're giving, these are like memories that they are going to treasure for a lifetime. This is like a way to solidify their relationship. Joy and Tara to solidify their friendship. Joy and Albert to solidify their relationship, their budding, their ever budding relationship. And we love you, Lord, for just like giving us all of this knowledge, all of this wisdom. Please continue to give Joy all of this understanding, this wisdom, this love, this care, this joy that she always illuminate and share to a lot of people, most especially to me. She's such like a guiding light. She's my North Star. And I just hope that you can keep her like happy and safe and in love and keep her heart intact. And if she feel that if she's not enough, please let her know that you're always there. Even if we are not around her, I know that you're always with her and you're sending your love. And I know that you're touching her heart and you're telling her, I am here. It's okay. You don't have to worry. Your God is always here. I'm always here for you. So we raise everything to you, Lord. Thank you so much for like giving us this new step of the ladder, new step in the stair, so that we can grow into like a better person for you and for everyone that you want to dedicate our lives with. So thank you so much, Lord. We love you. Amen.
Amen.
I love
Mm,
you so much.
I love you. Thank you so much. That prayer was like so wholesome. Like, oh, she just knows me. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, love. You're so seriously like an earth angel. Like the words of encouragement that just come over me.
Mm. I love you. I'm always here for you.
I love you too, and I'm always here for you too.
I know that. I feel that every single day. Ah, I should get like a bucket and save all of this. This is how much I've cried for this.
How
Just kidding.
funny! How funny! I love it. Yeah, ours is fill up an ocean for sure. Um, have a good rest of the day.
I
I'll be
will.
hearing from you very soon.
Yes,
And then enjoy your weekend as well.
I will. You too. Enjoy your time with Tara. Thank you for your time. I love you so
Love
much. Take care.
you.
I love
Bye.
you.